I've not had a chat for a couple of weeks. It's all gone rather peachy though on the pitch.
Yeah, not. I think it was just before your holiday, wasn't it? So
Never mention that.
A few weeks ago, but no, we did discuss when we talked last time the tough games we had. Charnock, Sandbach, Liverpool. So we got through that period. Fantastic September, remained unbeaten in September, and then already 3 games in terms of the league into October as well. So and obviously 2 wins already in October. So no, all in all, very very good in terms of points tally. So
yeah, and a minor blip, and you have to say that because if you measure the performance of the Widnes side that turned us over a week or so ago here, I think that was an exception. Other than that, the response though has been fantastic.
Yeah, Widnes punished us. Widnes are a very good side. If they keep that side together, they went and beat Oswestry 4-1 last Sunday. If they keep that side together, they'll be very tough to stop. But luckily, we've got points on board. They'd have to win 4 games in hand just to get on level on points with us. So we've got those points on board, even if they do steamroll most teams now. But on the day we were outclassed. We did underperform, but even us at our best, I think Widnes had too much for us. A lot of experienced players that played for Linnets in the league above that should have probably gone up. So it's a tough ask for our group to really go and win that game. But no, apart from that, we bounced back again, won the last 2 games. So it just proves that we've got that. I think we've lost back-to-back games once this season early on, Holker and Charnock, and apart from that, we've always bounced straight back from defeat, which for a young group is a great asset to have. So. When we do get disappointment, we're bouncing straight back. Hence why we are doing well. So
I think on top of that, 2 clean sheets. I mean that's always a fantastic base, isn't it, which to build.
Yeah, 6 said to the lads on Tuesday, after the Sandbach, 6 clean sheets out of 16 league games. I don't know where that stands in terms of the league. I think Charnock have had a few, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's probably the best record. Osage have got the best defensive record at the minute. They probably got a few clean sheets themselves, but. For a young team to have 6 clean sheets in this league is very good. So and we're disappointed not to keep more. So it's again another good attribute that we're showing as a group that we can. And it's not just the defence either. We've talked about that. It's the front 4 and midfield 2 that all play a part in keeping those clean sheets.
Yeah, absolutely. And I stood behind the goal against Sandbach, and certainly in the first half when I stood behind Danny, his organisation of the defence. It's bringing on these youngsters. People like Ryan Thomas in particular. Yeah. He's really, really reading the game quite well, isn't he?
No, Danny's as much as Danny's a good goalkeeper with his shot stopping and his kicking. What his biggest asset for the team is just his experience, and that is his talking. Rob Cook, who did the 3 games for us, was outstanding, but Danny's experience is why he's with us. As you've just said, with lads like Ryan playing defence and Nick and Joe Minchell, it's important we communicate, and Danny's at the forefront of that because he's the one who's screening us behind. So it's been good from Danny since he's come in, and he's given the lads confidence as well as the players that are playing alongside him in that back 4. So
3 changes across the back line on Tuesday night. So again, probably an added bonus that you've kept a clean sheet with 3 positional changes.
Yeah, I think it showed the versatility. I think Simon, captain, said the other week to you when he had an interview that there's lads that can play in many positions. The whole team is versatile, and you don't want to keep changing it too often, but it proved Elliot coming in at centre half, Louis dropping back to left back, Carl going to right back himself. It was some might say it's a risk changing 3. We just get the clean sheet against Atherton, but the proof was in the result, and it worked. And I thought we were even more solid on Tuesday than we were Saturday, because I think we were a little bit lucky to get away with a clean sheet on Saturday, if I'm honest. So Tuesday, apart from 1 save in the first half from a header and a little bit of a scramble towards the end from Sandbach, we really got tested, and we looked comfortable. And that wasn't just through a lack of quality from Sandbach, that was from us being very well organised. So
yeah. Now you've been after attracting particular people to the group, people who will fit the Alport method, if you like. Word about Louis James, played 45 minutes here against Widnes. That was his first appearance, got a bit of a spanking, but settled in nicely, hasn't he, down the left-hand side, and absolutely loving it.
Yeah, he's. I texted him after Tuesday and said you're already a fan's favourite, and he's done that by his performance. So because most of the fans won't know of him, we do as a group, because he's been known to us for a few years, but he's set his stall out in standards from his performances Saturday and Tuesday mainly. He is a left back, and and obviously to have Elliot and Louis James as your left backs. They're two lads that could go and comfortably play in the league above again, and be the better left backs in that league. So to have them here at Whitchurch is outstanding, and it gives us headaches. But with Elliot being able to play centre half, and Louis can play higher, in terms of left midfield like he did on Saturday, it gives us options. But to get the best out of him, he needs to be playing left back. So it's something we need to manage throughout the season.
Good headaches to have.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt. Now I think he came so close in the last minute to scoring a goal there. The inside of the post and rolled along the line to a grateful goalkeeper, otherwise they'd have lost 4-0. I get the feeling that if that had gone in, he'd probably still been running around on his lap of honour. He's an infectious character.
Yeah, he's a bubbly lad, and he was gutted not to score that. It would have been fitting really for this performance. I think they give Alex man of the match, our lads, but it was a tie between 2 or 3 of them, to be fair, and Louis was one of them. So, but no, he's an infectious lad, and it bounces off everyone. And you just mentioned there, it's we want to bring in the right players, so we could bring in a name from a league above or a league below, and say, but it's got to be the right character that fits into our group, and that's key. And we've said that from day one, haven't we, to everyone, that it's got to be the right character. We don't want egos coming into the club and just coming here for the sake of a team doing well. They've got to buy into what we want to be, because we're here for a few years. So.
The handshakes, the fist pumps, everything about the place. Everybody supporting everyone, whether in the side, whether it's subs, or whatever it is. It's a really, really good dressing room spirit, I think.
Yeah, it's that word in progress. You said from the start, progress, and we instilled that early on. Handshakes, simple things, shaking hands, having that respect for one another, and that's continued throughout. And we still want to be even more together as we go on. And I keep banging on about attitudes, making sure our attitudes are spot on, because that's the only thing that'll hold this group back over a period of 2-3 years, because it doesn't have to happen this year. But from achieving what we want to achieve, it's all down to attitudes, because ability will win games, but attitudes will make us win trophies and have success, and it's important that our attitudes are right. So, and that's as a group, not just as individuals. So, it's been encouraging first 3 or 4 months together as a group. But we'll have disappointments and we'll have downs, or we've got to manage it when there's a few bits of friction. But up to now, it's been outstanding. So credit to lads.
Well, you know what they're all about as individuals, but of course collectively, it's the first time they've been together. A lot of young kids as well. So let's talk about progress and measure it.
Yeah.
Have you been surprised at the way that it's clicked so quickly?
We've had this conversation. I mean, I think the time scale perhaps, but I knew we'd always be together, because myself, Carl, and Tony. For me, it's all about the team, and we instilled that ethos from the start. So, results-wise, yeah, possibly achieved. Overachieving as a group when we're competing against some big budgets, remember. So in terms of results, yeah, we're probably overachieving. It surprised us a little bit, but we've got our target that we stick to, and until we get into the Christmas and the New Year period, then we'll look at where we are. But as for now, we're on that target, and we're obviously above that target at the minute. So may long it continue, and these lads are hungry to stay there. So as long as that stays, then we'll keep surprising people. So fantastic, love being the underdog. So.
Of course. But we've also said managing the expectations, and that's important as well. But 15 games into the season, settled nice and bonny in the league, and a lot of points to be won and lost. But also the good thing about that is twice we played Charlotte Richard.
Yeah.
Twice we played Sandbach United. Twice we played Widnes. Once we played City of Liverpool. Yeah. A lot of big hitters, haven't we? Alsage as well thrown into that.
Yeah, we played a lot of the top teams as such. But that doesn't mean you guarantee points when you play the lesser teams. We have tried to instill, I think, that those teams that are sort of 10th and below, we need to, as a group, having that mentality that we need to go and win those games. But they're not a given, as we found out last Saturday at Atherton. These teams are no mugs in this league. It's the old Herald cliche. There's no easy game in North West Counties, and it's true. So we've got Blackpool on Saturday, Eccleshaw on Wednesday, and people on paper will certainly think, well, Alport will win that. But it's far from that, far from easy. So it's important that as much as we play those top teams, that we keep taking points off those teams that are mid-table and below. So when we play those teams that are up there and supposedly going for promotion, that we can compete and enjoy those games if we've got ourselves points on board. So, and we took points off those teams as well, haven't we? So it's not a case of us just beating the teams in the bottom half. We've gone and beat Liverpool. We've gone and beat Charnock. Gone and beat Sandbach, who was sixth. So.
And coming back in 2 of those games from behind.
Yeah.
To win the games. Character building.
No, definitely. But we have, on paper, played 7 games, I think, and out of the top 6 or 7 teams. So we've obviously got a run now playing like Blackpool and Eccleshare, and we've got Silsden who are up there. So we've just got to have the right attitude going into every game, and not looking too much into what position that the opposition are in really. Just focusing on our qualities, and if we're right, then I'm confident we'll win the game. So.
AFC Blackpool next on the horizon. Are you expecting any changes to the side? 1 or 2 changes?
A couple of changes. I don't think, if I'm honest, I don't think we can change the front four too much from Tuesday, because I thought we were very good. But there might be a couple of changes in defence and midfield just to freshen things up. There's some lads such as Joe Minchell whose attitude's been spot on, and he deserves an opportunity. So we've got to refresh it up like we did from Saturday to the Tuesday with 2 or 3 changes, and it'll happen again for this Saturday and then for the Wednesday. So it will freshen up, but we don't want to affect the momentum we've got. So we'll have to be a little bit cute on what changes we do make. So
I'm glad you mentioned that word momentum, because you just take me seriously into my next link.
Yeah.
Momentum obviously building on the pitch, but off it.
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about the supporters.
Oh, super. We want to keep trying to do even more for them, to be honest with you, because Tuesday was, I mean, some of these lads have played in leagues high with good support, like 1874, clubs that have set up from bigger clubs, so they've already got that fan base, and we're trying to create it really from nothing, really, from a shell. So for us to start getting 40 odd fans travelling to, well, Osage on a Tuesday night to play Sandbach is phenomenal. And a great laugh with it as well. I mean, some of them are saying that it's one of the best nights they've had for a while, and things like that, and just putting smiles on people's faces. And when we can perform as well as win, it's great. It's great as a whole group, and I hope it keeps building. So I hope they're here Saturday and Wednesday, and it certainly does have a massive effect on the squad. It gives us a great buzz as a group and as a club. So. In the town.
It's quite a number anyway.
Yeah.
But it's an even bigger one when you consider there's an England international live on the television.
Yeah.
So that's taken into consideration as well.
Definitely. So next Wednesday when we're at Eccleshare, I hope they've got things stocked up there and plenty of car parking space, because when the Alport Barmy Army rock up at Flaming Staffordshire on a Wednesday night, then we now know it's going to be party time for them. So it's great. It's great banter. It is. So. If we're performing and we're winning, then they'll keep supporting us. So.
Yeah. You're supposed to be at home 3-0 and we're in third gear. All the repertoire was coming up. Bet you can't wait to get back on the pitch and play.
No, it was good. It was good. Honestly, for me, just watching at the minute, it was. I said to a couple of players, I wouldn't mind retiring myself and going and enjoying them. It is. It's a great atmosphere, and credit to them. And I hope they keep sticking with us, and I know they will, because there's some great people involved in following us. So.
Yeah, we talk about great people. I don't mean to make you blush, but let's just talk a little bit about what you did off the pitch yourself last week. Yourself, your dad Jim, raised a good deal of money for Zach, our #1 fan.
Yeah.
Tell us what it was like, Luke, to keep yourself going from literally morning till night and walking those last few moments through the gates of Yorking Park and seeing the welcoming committee. How did that feel? Just talk us a little bit about the journey.
It was a bit overwhelming. We said this as a 3. We said it was overwhelming. I've done some tough challenges before, but it was one of the toughest. Probably the toughest I've done. 12 hours on my feet, 34 miles, not on flat, just up and down on the sandstone trail. But we kept reminding ourselves when it got tough last 7 miles, and bubbly characters such as S went quiet on us. You know people are in pain, and we're trying to get through it. And we just remind ourselves of Zach and what we're doing for, and mentally we were strong as a 3. That they got us through it, and to then turn up at Yorkins Park and see the gathering that was here, and Zach himself was something that will stick with me for the rest of my lifetime anyway, because it's as a group to raise nearly $2,000 for Zach and his cause is something that will stick with me and I've got drawn in from the start, and I've said that to the family. I've got drawn in from the start, hence why I want to do even more, and I'm not saying it's the end of the fundraising either. I want to try and keep doing things, because it's nothing more rewarding than seeing we can hopefully make Zach's dream of being able to walk unaided and kick a football like any of us get an opportunity on a Saturday or Tuesday. It would be very, very rewarding to try and complete the job. So and I'll continue trying to use contacts to get more people involved. So
absolutely fantastic. Credit to you for what you're doing on the pitch, and obviously off it as well.
Cheers, Mark. Thank you much. Cheers.
It's still running, isn't it? It is. Hi, Mum.